Hey guys, it's Maya. Thanks so much for clicking on this video. Today I have a reading all about channeled messages from your person. So this could be somebody that you have in mind. This could be somebody that you're in their life or you're in separation. That's completely okay. This could also be somebody you don't really know in the 3D, but you are energetically picking up on them as your person or as your soulmate energy. So you can definitely watch it for that as well. But yeah, and keep in mind, we are channeling their highest self. We're channeling what their soul wants to tell you and what is going on a deeper level. And I wanted to say that because, you know, us as people, it's like we have ego in the 3D. We have ego that we all deal with. So there could be messages or something that could come up where you're like, oh, like that person doesn't act like that's going on in their life. Or, you know, so it's like, this is coming from a very raw perspective of maybe stuff they wouldn't even ever admit. They would never tell another soul in the 3D. So you have to keep that in mind, that we're coming from a place that is much more evolved than their 3D self or what their 3D self would want to show. But yeah, so keep in mind, you can watch it for anyone. And we have 4 options for you guys to choose from. So for group number 1, we have this amethyst crystal. For group number 2, we have this rose quartz pendant. For group number 3, we have this Chinese green jade. And then group number 4, we have this opalite. Okay, cool. I think that's everything I wanted to say for the intro. Take all the time you guys need to pick a group. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with group number 1. Hey guys, if you chose this amethyst, this is your reading. I'm just gonna set your crystal right there for now. So basically, these are going to be channeled messages from your special person that you have in mind, whether this is somebody that's in your life currently or whether they're not in your life, it doesn't really matter. We are channeling from their higher self, from their soul perspective. In this group right here, we're going to see what is this person currently going through in their everyday life. So just whatever they're possibly going through, we are going to tap into that. And then with these cards over here, we're going to see how do they view this connection with you. Whatever type of relationship you had with this person, we're going to see how did they view it. And then after that, we will go in with the tarot to get specific messages of what they want to tell you specifically. And then we'll just end off with some, what was it? Oh yeah, I made a homemade deck with little phrases and stuff on it. So at the very end, we will see what did they directly want to tell you from my homemade deck. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I see 111 on the time. Let's go ahead and get started. So for group number 1, what is their person currently going through? Let's look at that first. Ooh, we have 10, 11 with the goat and willow overcoming obstacles. Aw, cutie. I have 2 cats, and one of them, her name is Willow. She was the first one I ever adopted. So that's why I said that, because her name is on here. So we have the goat and willow with overcoming obstacles. Something to do with an animal could be significant. Maybe you had a pet with this person. I don't know, the name just makes me think of my little girl. So maybe you had some kind of a animal with this person, something like that. It could have been a goat, who knows? Maybe you like to go to a goat farm or something like that. Overcoming obstacles, very interesting. We have bear with you are the light. It is safe to step fully into your light. Yes, your person, they're going through a huge transformation right now, whether you know it or not. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Whoa, we literally have you are the light. It's safe to step fully into your light with the bear. And then we have don't dim your light. How are you dimming your light to fit in? That is crazy, dude. That is freaking wild. If you know anything about the way I read cards, I don't know what any of these cards are. They come out face down because I try to shuffle that way, and I pull them out with you so we can get my authentic reaction. And holy shit, sorry for my language, but this person, whether they're expressing this to you or not, they're going through a lot. And I think it's a lot mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Maybe they don't really show it in the 3D because I'm getting more that they are evolving as a soul. Bask in silence, away with the noise of thoughts. Wow. Wow. That is crazy because I think that it's very possible that a lot of you are not in communication with this person. And say if you are in communication, then it has been withdrawn a lot. Like maybe it's not the level that you guys once were. Because especially this bask in silence and the way that we can see they're going through a lot of mental, spiritual, emotional changes, it's really making me think that they are pulling their energy back from a lot of external things, not just you and not just this connection, but I think a lot of things. Maybe they're really going into kind of like a hermit stage. It's very possible they're isolating from other people as well. This, how are you dimming your light in order to fit in, makes me think that there are people in their life, whether it is their friend circle, whether it's family, whether whoever it is, it could even be at work, it could be acquaintances. But I feel like this person, like other people are making them, the other people are like belittling them. Other people are trying to put this person in a box. And I think maybe for their whole life or for the recent few years or whatever it is, I feel like maybe this person has felt like they couldn't authentically be themselves. They couldn't be who they want to be. They couldn't shine how they wanted to shine because maybe people made them feel like it's wrong. Like hypothetical example, I'm not saying this is for everybody, but hypothetically say this person comes from a very traditional family. So now they come from a very traditional family and say they are or like they've always questioned their sexuality or their gender. You know, they've always questioned that, and people were always just like, oh, like either you're like you were born a male, so you have to be a boy, and maybe they were raised as a boy their entire life, or they were raised as a girl their entire life. And again, hypothetically, it's just giving the example of somebody that could have been forced to live a certain life, but in reality they wanted to do something else. In reality, they felt like they were dimming their light in order to fit in order for other people to be happy with them, in order to feel included. For some of you, I feel like this could be somebody that's kind of like popular, like quote unquote, like maybe in school, college, or in their friend group. I just saw 555 in their friend group. They are like popular, or they're like it's like they're expected to live a certain way because of the influence they have on other people, or because of the status they have on other people, or like their status in general. So yeah, so hypothetically, maybe they've been living a life up until now where they couldn't truly express who they are. And now they're slowly starting to realize, like, wait, why am I doing this? And especially this overcoming obstacles. I think mentally and emotionally, they're going through a lot. And I think that they feel like a lot of people can't understand what they're going through, and they feel like they can't reach out for help. Especially with the bask in silence, I really think that spirit is specifically telling them, hey, pull your energy back. I think spirit is specifically telling them to isolate for now. And it's kind of like, you know, the hermit, it's the hanged man energy. It's that stagnant energy of you're not necessarily pursuing the answers in real life, but you're letting the answers come to you on a spiritual sense. And I think that if you have some kind of a misunderstanding, like say if this person has been distant from you and you're just, but for some of you, I feel like you can intuitively pick up that they are thinking about you and they are going through something that's more than you. Like, I think, and I don't want to sound rude, but I think I'm a very honest reader, and I think in this energy, I just want to say, like, it doesn't revolve around you, the person watching this. And I know that sounds harsh, but spirit is trying to like get you to understand that in this person's life, like there's so many other things going on. It's like it's bigger than who you are, and their issues right now are greater than this relationship. So spirit is kind of like, hey, like, don't take it so personally, because they're going through so much that they feel like they can't express. And for a lot of them, I actually think spirit doesn't want them to express it just yet. I think they are meant to understand it first before they let anyone else in. So yes, overcoming obstacles, I do think they're going through a lot right now. 11 could be significant. Oh my god, and 11 is November, which is Scorpio energy, so they could be an October or November Scorpio. And I saw 555, but Scorpio is all about transformation. It's all about that depth. It's all about leaving something behind, a death to a rebirth. And then 555 talks about a change that is happening. So I 100% think this person is going through a lot more than you realize, and they're going through a lot more than they want to even express to anybody. Yeah, and they're very straightforward. This energy is very straightforward, and that makes me feel like this person is a very straightforward person, or it's like they're very mature in the sense of like, if something is happening, they understand that something's happening. Like, I feel like it's not the type of person to like bury themselves or bury their emotions or run away from their emotions. It's kind of like whatever is happening, they will work it out, or they will try to understand what's happening. I definitely don't think this is the energy of somebody that would run away from their problems. Or at least now, I don't know how they have been their entire life, but at least their current energy is they're not running away from something. Bears could be significant to this connection. Living in like a colder climate could also be significant, or maybe a farm could be significant. I guess we talked about October. They could be a Libra. I just saw 1010, so maybe they are a Libra, but I would say October and November could be significant for this person's like birthdays, or they could have a lot of Scorpio or Libra in their chart. But whatever is happening, it's meant to happen this way. There's a sense of like, this person is destined to evolve. This is a highly spiritual person, and I absolutely freaking love it, because you know, as people, we're not all meant to evolve spiritually. We're not all meant to have our awakening, and that's okay. But I think this person, I don't know if they've been this way their whole life, or I don't know if they're just coming into this energy, but they are evolving spiritually, and it's freaking amazing. And I'm almost hearing like, we need more people like this. We need more people to go to these great lengths to figure out who they are as a person. Because I think right now, this person, I just saw 1111. Right now, this person, they're on a quest to find out more in their life, find out more to who they are, find out more. Like, they are just longing for more. The way this goat is like, it's like white. I don't know, for some reason it makes me think of like a pregnant belly. I mean, that's not gonna resonate for everyone. Maybe somebody could be pregnant, or maybe this person has had like a miscarriage or an abortion or something in the past. But something about this is highlighted to me. Okay. Especially if this is a feminine energy that you're asking about, and say that they did go through something like that, then it's very possible that that's what started this. But again, even a masculine energy, anybody, if somebody has been through something that traumatic, I think it could have led to this. But again, that's hypothetical. That was just something that stood out to me. So that's more of what they're currently going through, which is a lot. Yeah, Spirit is definitely saying, don't bother them. Like, give them the space to come to you. Give them the space to heal and grow, and let them come to you. But Spirit doesn't want you to go after them. At least not right now. Because I feel like you would get in the way of their journey. And everyone is entitled to their spiritual journey. Okay, so now we're going to see, how do they view this connection? Shadow? Well, duh. That's exactly what we've been talking about. Clearly this person is evolving. Like, I feel like a broken record. I'm saying the same thing over and over again, but it's a very straightforward energy, and they're clearly evolving. Nothing is yet set in stone with the mutable moon. Big happy changes. Wow. The situation will improve. Okay. So I will say the way they view this connection, first of all, this person is very mature. Now, I don't know if they've always been like this. I don't know if this is a new energy they're stepping into, but this is a very mature, sophisticated energy. But it's also it's like their soul is very mature, their soul is very sophisticated, and a lot of times that goes hand in hand. Like I've never met somebody where they're spiritually evolving and spiritually maturing, but then they're like, I don't know what the term is, but they're just like like what am I trying to say? It's like I've never met somebody that's spiritually evolved and then they're a shitty person in real life, or they're like a douchebag in real life, or they have an ego that's through the roof in real life. Like I feel like that doesn't exist. If you're spiritually evolved, then your 3D self will reflect that. And most likely, if somebody is a shitty person in the 3D, in our reality, then they are not spiritually evolved. And most likely they're not meant to, unless they go through some crazy epiphany. But it's like most of the time, if they're spiritually evolved, it goes hand in hand with who they are in the 3D. So again, shadow, this card talks about changes, talking about that there is a shadow side and there's a light side to everything in this world. And I think they're very much evolving in themselves, so they are also evolving within this connection. So for some of you, I think it's very possible you guys are in some kind of a separation, or something happened to where you had to go your separate ways. For a lot of you, it's possibly no contact because spirit doesn't really want you guys to be in contact right now. And they're really working. And I think as they're working on this going on up here, it's also blending into the relationship, because they're trying to understand why is the relationship the way it is? What caused X, Y, and Z to happen? And I think they're very much analyzing it. And I'm also hearing like the more that they evolve spiritually, it's going to benefit this connection if you choose to stay in the connection with them. And again, some of you could still be in this connection with this person, but maybe you can sense that something in them is shifting, or you can sense that they're going through some changes. So definitely doesn't have to be, because you can definitely evolve if you're in a relationship with the right person that's giving you the time and space to evolve. I feel like a lot of times people step away from relationships to heal and work on themselves if they feel like their partner can't deal with it, or if they feel like their partner doesn't understand that this is bigger than them and bigger than the relationship. So whether you're with this person or not, they are going through a lot of changes, clearly. And I think they understand the reality of that nothing is set in stone. Like they're very evolved, so they understand that like anything can happen. I heard that for some of you, if you are in a separation, I think that they are okay with that, because they realize that like they have to go on their own path. They have to find themselves. They have to evolve, because everyone has the right to do that. And they understand that like if you can't wait for them, or if you don't want to wait, or if you want to move on, or if you can't see what's happening behind the scenes, then they're okay with that. It's a very content energy, because they're just like, I know what's meant for me will always find me, and if it's not meant with this relationship, then it's not set in stone. Like they know that free will is at play, and they know that they're not going to force anything to happen in this connection. It's a very content, it's a very mature energy. I do not get any toxicity from this person, at least in their current energy as they're evolving. But I mean, with the big happy changes and the situation will improve, that definitely makes me feel like this person wants things to change in this connection. And again, the nothing is set in stone. This is also making me think that if you guys did have some challenging energy, or if you had some tough times in your connection, they know that it's not going to stay like that, because they are evolving, and maybe you're evolving as a person too, and they know that like it's not going to stay like that, and that they know that there are big happy changes coming in. The dolphins, I don't know, Little Mermaid, and even the waves here, water could be significant. Again, water signs in general, even with the shadow energy, it's again going back to the Scorpio, the heavy transformation. I feel like it's very possible this energy is like a light worker. They're a light seer, they're a light worker. Their soul is here for a greater purpose. And maybe you feel this way too. Maybe the reason you guys are together or were together is maybe you're both spiritually very evolved. Maybe you're both light workers and you are both trying to make a difference in this world through spirituality in whatever way that is for you. But yeah, they definitely think the situation will improve, but Spirit is saying you have to stay patient. It's not going to happen overnight. They're content with whatever the outcome will be for this connection. So it's kind of on you. Like, Spirit is saying, like, give them time and space. Don't push them away. Because I think they're in a position in life to where they're okay with losing this. And I know that sounds harsh, but it's more that they're in a position where they will put themselves first. Like, I'm getting a very assertive energy of somebody that's very determined to put themselves ahead of anyone else, especially if for the longest time they've been putting everyone else in front of them. They're like, no, I'm putting myself first now. That's the energy I'm getting. So Spirit is like, it's kind of up to you. Like, you can wait around and you can like give them this time and space to grow, to come back to you. But if you were to like push them away, they will most likely leave. I'm being very straightforward. But yes, they do think the situation will improve. I feel like they think you're very, very beautiful as well. Like, there's something about your physical beauty that they love. And I'm not getting it from a sexual way. And I feel like this person, there's just not even like a lot of sexual toxicity with this person either. Like, if they truly like you, it's because they like you. They like your soul. They like your energy. It's not... And then if you are like physically attractive to them, then that's like a bonus. But it's almost like they would be attracted to your soul first before they would ever be attracted to you sexually. For some of you, it's very possible you don't even know this person. For some of you, this could be like a soulmate that you haven't met yet. Yeah, for some of you, because there's so much like spiritual energy going on, for some of you, it's very possible this is your soulmate that's going through this energy and like you haven't met them yet, but they're letting you know what they're going through and that they are really excited to meet you. For some of you, I feel like you haven't met them yet, but it's like as they overcome all of this and go through the challenging energy, that's when you're meant to meet them. But I do think they want to stay with you if you know this person. I do think they want to stay in the relationship or be in a relationship with you. They're very optimistic about it, but they need their space. Okay, cool. So let me try to get everything to fit. Okay, I'm gonna have to just start overlapping then. And I don't like that glare. Okay. Clearly I'm like really OCD and this glare drives me nuts. Like that glare from the ring light, I cannot stand it. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Now we are going to go in with the tarot deck and we are going to get specific messages from this person to you. So this is kind of like general overall, but now let's see what does their higher self specifically want to tell you. For group number 1, what does their higher self specifically want to tell you? All right, one more shuffle and then I'm done. Sometimes this happened to me the other day in a private reading. I was like shuffling and then I forgot I was recording. I see 23 on the time. I like forgot I was recording and then I was like, whoa. Anyway. Okay, cool. So for group number 1, their specific person that we've been talking about and that we've been loving, let's see, what do they want to say to group 1? What do they want to say to their person that's watching this, Spirit? What do they want to say to their person that's watching this for group number 1? Yes! Okay, sorry, that was the weirdest yes I've ever said. I was talking about the Hanged Man earlier. I was talking about the Hanged Man because that's what this energy is. Okay, what does group number 1's person want to tell them? Two of Wands. Whoa. Two of Wands, Knight of Wands. Ten of Wands, interesting. Can we clarify this Ten of Wands, please? Three of Wands. Wow, heavy wands, heavy fire. Heavy fire energy. Can we get... Bruh, as I'm saying fire, we get strength, and strength is Leo. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Aries, Pisces, and then Knight of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So heavy fire. Anything else this person wants to tell them? Anything else group number 1's person wants to tell them? Yeah, okay, okay, these were the cards I was talking about in the very beginning. The Hanged Man and the Hermit. These were the exact cards I literally was saying they're going through this type of an energy. And you also got 3 major arcana. Okay. And then bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. Yes, basking in silence. That's exactly what they're doing, especially with the Hanged Man and the Hermit energy here. It's like they're allowing the answers to come to them. I feel like their third eye chakra is illuminated, their crown chakra is illuminated, their heart chakra is illuminated, because they are really working through these things, whatever it may be for them. You know, everyone's going to have a different obstacle and different challenging energies that they're going through, but they are trying to go through it by themselves. And I do think that they want to be left alone, or at least it's like they don't want anyone to like constantly be bugging them right now. It's just them in spirit. That's what I'm hearing. But they want you to know it's like, it's nothing to do with you, and it's everything to do with them and their own happiness and their own spiritual journey, their own awakening. Like, it truly doesn't have a lot to do with you, but they're going through some heavy changes, heavy transformation, introspection, healing. I think they're meditating a lot. They're probably really keeping to themselves. I'm hearing that they're cutting out like all toxicity, whether that's people, it could even be family, it could be work for some of them. It's like they're really trying to step away from what no longer serves their higher self. If you are not in contact with them, I do feel like they do check up on you. They check up on your social media. They check up on you. Interesting. I just got a download of these two cards right here. For some of you, again, this might not be for everyone, but for some of you, they're saying that they know that you've been feeling very burdened about this connection. They're like you're putting a lot on yourself, or you're making this a lot about you when it doesn't have to be, and that you're putting a lot of burden on yourself. You're burning yourself out. There's mental conflict in the situation, and they're saying that for the time being that you should take a step back, because they're saying that they want to figure out who they are and figure out themselves, and they're saying that it's not fair for you to be like hung up on every single thing they do, or like, and they're also saying it's not fair to them if you are constantly checking in on them or constantly like asking for a lot from them when they're like just trying to work on themselves. Like they're saying it's not fair to you, but it's also not fair to me because I'm trying to grow. And they're saying there are times where if you like you could be like bringing them backwards or like holding them back in some way. I feel like they want to be let free, and for some reason, if you are even energetically, if you are really like constantly even energetically around them, they can feel it, and they feel like they can't be set free that way. And they're also telling you that maybe you have to work on yourself as well. With this Three of Wands right here, it's making me think of like them telling you, like, instead of being so burdened and hung up and burning yourself out over this situation, for now, like, free yourself as well. And they're saying that there's work that you could be doing on yourself as a person, on your own spiritual journey, your own evolution journey. It's like they're saying that there's stuff that you could be doing as well. They're saying that they're with you, though. This Strength card always makes me feel like your soul best friend, and especially we saw so much spirituality and that soul connection in this reading. Like, they're saying they're always with you, and they know that you're always with them. Like, your higher selves are best friends, and you guys are always with each other, and maybe that's why they can feel you so energetically when you're having a hard time pulling away from them. 222 on my digital time. But they're saying that they're always with you and they love you, and they're saying that their higher self and your higher self are nurturing each other, and you guys are helping each other get through this period of time. But they're saying that you also deserve more for the time being. It's like you deserve more than what they are giving you right now, because they're not giving you what you deserve. And they're saying that there's just so much more to you. There's more there's more life out there for you to explore. There's more opportunities, experiences, possibilities. There's more people out there for you to explore, and they feel like it's not fair to you for them to go off and find who they are, figure out who they are and what they want out of life. They're saying it's not fair for them to do that, but you are not doing that for yourself. They truly love you. I would say that whether they admit it or not, they truly, genuinely, deeply care about you, but they also care about what's in your best interest. Because if someone says that they love you, but then they only love you for if you were to do things for them, or they would only love you if you were to include them in your everyday life, or whatever it is, like, that's not love, that's BS. Because if someone truly loved you, they want you to be happy, no matter what it is, whether you choose them or you choose yourself. It's like they want you to be happy. That's the true meaning of loving somebody, whether that's romantic or in a platonic way. And they're saying that they love you so much that it's not fair for you to be holding on to this while they're off trying to figure out who they are. And then with the Knight of Wands here and the Two of Wands here, it's making me think that for the time being, they don't want to be in a committed relationship. I don't think that they're like out with like crazy sexual energy. I don't think it's sexual energy at all. I think it's more this drive to figure out what's going on in their life. I feel like a lot of them have, like, this person has passions they want to finally be able to pursue. They have this light that they've never been able to shine through. Like they've never been able to express themselves. But now they're finally like, I'm going to take my life into my own hands and I'm going to do what I want to do. And again, that assertive energy, it's like they're not going to let anybody get in the way right now. But yes, they're saying that they don't want to be in a committed relationship right now, not just with you, but with anybody. And they're saying, I don't see myself getting into a committed relationship anytime soon. They're saying that I want to have my options open, but not in dating, but in my everyday life, in every other possibilities in my life. It's like they're like, I want to keep all of my options open because I know my potential. I know what I'm capable of. And the world is so big that I have to go out there and I want the world. Like they're saying there's so much more that they want. For a lot of you, this could have been somebody like that was like, again, we go back to that traditional sense. Maybe they grew up in a small town. Maybe they grew up in a family where it's just expected that you grow up, get married, have kids, work, repeat the cycle. Like maybe it's like they want more than their hometown. They want more than their immediate surroundings. They want the freaking world. And it's like nothing's gonna stop them. And that's why they're saying like, stop holding on because nothing is going to stop me from pursuing what I want to do. And I know that's harsh and that might seem harsh, and I'm sorry if I like make you cry. But again, I'm being very honest because I care about you and I, as a reader, love you and I want you to know the truth. And I'm not a reader that would lie to you. So if you want a reader that's going to BS you, I'm sorry, that's not my channel. But yeah, ultimately they want to be single and but again, you know, I think it's for the time being. I'm not saying, you know, again, I don't know, I'm not God. I can't predict everything. But it's like, at least for like the next 6 months to the next year, they don't want to be tied down. Again, in the future, it's very possible you guys could come back together because again, we saw messages of how they would like to come back once they are a better version of themselves. And I'm also hearing like, they want to be the best version of themselves in a relationship, and they also expect their partner to be their best version. Like, wouldn't you both want to be the most evolved version for each other? I know I do. I know like personally, I want a partner that is very evolved as a person because I'm very evolved as a person. And that's why dating is so difficult for me because I can't find somebody that's on my own wavelength. You know what I mean? And it's like they feel like if they were to come back, they would want you both to be on the same wavelength, if that makes sense. So, okay, so that it was very, very straightforward, but they want you to know that they do keep tabs on you from time to time, and that their higher self loves you and they're always thinking about you and they're with you energetically. But in the 3D, they want the best for you. And like it's like they know that if you were to hold on to this connection, you wouldn't be happy, and that makes them sad. And that's why they're saying, I want the best for you, so please go and live your life the way I want to live my life for the time being. So that's what I see with the tarot. Now this, oh my gosh, now this cute little homemade deck. I hope none fell on the ground. Let's attempt to shuffle this. And I shall get some messages for you from what they might want to tell you. Oh my God, how do you even shuffle this? I don't even know. Okay. Okay, actually, this is also the first time I've ever used this. And I actually made this like a month ago. I don't know why I've never used it, but I haven't done a reading like this, so. All right, so for group number 1, what does this person want to tell group number 1? Whoop. Okay, first of all, I'm not going to take all of these, but I will take this because we were already talking about heavy fire energy, so I will take that. All right, what does group number 1's person, what is group number 1? What does this person want to tell group number 1? Ugh, they're all sticking together. What does group number 1's person want to tell group number 1? What does this person want to tell group number 1? Okay, I'll take this one. Oh, there's 2. Oh, it says, do you miss me the way I miss you? Yes, so like we said, they do miss you. And I'm telling you, the love is there. It's just not the right time. Aw, it says, I can't stop thinking about you. We have yin yang. So they do feel like your soulmate energy. But I do just think it's right person, wrong time situation. Because I think that you both have to grow before you come back together. Anything else? It's interesting trying to shuffle this. I'm just like, all right, maybe I need to get better cardstock. Okay, it says, I love and miss the way you smell. So that could be significant for some of you. But yeah, so that's something else they would want to tell you, that they miss you, they do think about you. And we even picked up on that they think about you and that their higher self is always with you. But yeah, I think for the time being, it's best to just like put this on pause. But yeah, okay, so cool. And do keep in mind, this is a general reading. So, you know, it might not be exactly for every single one of you that's watching group 1, but if you're interested, I can always give you a private session. The link to my Etsy is in the description below. And if you want more advice on what you should do moving forward from this connection, or if you want specific and personal advice on your own personal connection, I can give you a personal reading and answer any personal questions you have, what actions you might want to take. So again, I always want to tell people these are general readings, but if you want a specific channeled message, reading, and advice about your connection, please feel free to book the reading with me on Etsy, and I would love to do that for you. But yes, have a great rest of your day. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If I was able to give you clarity or advice in any way, please let me know, because my channel is just growing and I would love to hear from you. So yeah, have a great rest of your day or night wherever you are, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye guys. Hey guys, if you chose this rose quartz pendant, then this is your reading. I'm just gonna set it right up here for now. So basically we are getting some channeled messages from your current person, the person on your mind. I do want to say it's possible you don't know this person, or maybe you pick up on them energetically, but I feel like if it's your person, then you would know who this is. So basically, with these cards right here, we're going to look at what is this person currently going through in their everyday life. So this is going to be just their general energy. And that way, like, it can also be an energy check for you. If it seems like the person that you have in mind, then continue watching. If not, maybe check out a different pile. Excuse me, burps. And then with these cards over here, we are going to see how do they view this connection, how, like, what's going on in the connection, and how did they view it, and what do they want to tell you about the connection. And then after that, we're going to go in with the tarot deck and get more specific messages from what they directly want to tell you. I see 111 on the time. And then I made this cute little homemade deck that we will try to get some messages at the very end from them. So let's go ahead and get started for group number 2. What is their person's current energy? We have 14 with the Vulture and Asphodel with Upheaval. It's also giving me Scorpio energy. It's giving something came to an end. Polar Bear with Nurture. Allow any anxieties and worries to be gently released and offered up to be healed. It's definitely giving like separation, breakup vibes. Take a break, yeah. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. This kind of reminds me of like a mosque. I don't know if anyone's Muslim, but that reminds me of a mosque. Transcend your ego. Lift the veil from the real you. Interesting. I think your person, so with this upheaval card, it's definitely giving like going through some kind of a breakup. It could be this connection, which I think it probably is. I think it's something like that they're dealing with some kind of a breakup. I guess it could be a breakup with somebody else, but it's just giving like some kind of a separation has happened in this connection and they're attempting to heal from it. The Vulture, this card, it's a heavy energy. There's a lot of dwelling going on. There's a lot of sadness going on with this energy. There's something about this connection, I think, or something that this person recently went through that has made them realize something about themselves. This transcend your ego, it's making me realize like maybe something about this connection or something recently has made them realize that they speak out of ego, they act out of ego. And it's kind of like they've come to a realization that they're not truly acting as who they want to be, or it's like their ego has been protecting themselves from something. And I think maybe they even realize that there's a deeper issue on why they have such an ego or why they portray themselves a certain way in this world. Even this take a break and nurture, it's really making me think of somebody trying to take care of themselves. It's giving somebody trying to take care of their mental health or fix or go through some kind of an ego death if necessary. But I think this person in general is wanting to take a break from things in life, whether that's dating, especially if they're going through a breakup. It's like they just want to be there for themselves. And they want to take care of themselves, and they kind of like don't want the stress. I just saw 444. It's like they don't want the added stress from whether it was this current breakup or this connection. It's like they just don't want the added stress of it right now. So maybe they are being distant from you, from other people. I feel like this person is not that spiritually evolved. I think maybe they're slowly starting to see signs and synchronicities, or if they did have some kind of an epiphany recently about their ego or about why they have an ego, maybe they're slowly starting to wake up to spirituality. But it's not giving somebody that's super egotistical. Let's keep going. So this is going to be cards of how they view the connection. We have Memories of Love with number 6. Yeah, so that again making me think of a breakup or separation that's very clearly happened. We have Be Assertive. We have There's Something Better. And we have Meditate and Contemplate New Moon in Pisces. Yeah, they're definitely healing from this connection. And I think that they and you, the person, the person watching this, I think both of you know that you guys were not that good for each other. Maybe it was kind of a toxic connection, or maybe you guys just didn't click, or not didn't click, because I'm sure the chemistry was there, but it's more like you just didn't work out on a more deeper level. And I think both of you know that there's something better, but I think they definitely feel like there's something better out there for them, and they want you to know that. Um, and this be assertive. I feel like it's like them being assertive with themselves, like convincing. Maybe for some of you, it's like an on again, off again thing, and it's finally like hit a point where it's like, no, like this is just not gonna work out. We have to be strict. We have to be assertive with ourselves, and we can't go back to this. Like it's giving, maybe some of you were on again, off again. They do think about you. They do have a lot of memories. They reminisce about the connection. They do miss the connection, but I feel like they're wise enough, and they've come to some kind of a realization where they just know that this is not going to work out, and that there is something better for the both of you. I think they are going through some kind of a spiritual awakening. I don't think it's like a huge thing, and I don't think they're very spiritual, but I think that they are slowly meditating and trying to understand themselves a little better, trying to understand this connection a little bit better, especially with the transcend your ego. I do think they possibly are going through some kind of an ego death. Maybe this connection has led to that. This connection could have led to them realizing who they are, why things were not working out, what they did specifically for things to not work out, and where they have to fix themselves to better themselves for the future. But I think they are going through the emotions of, with the mindset of that this is over. At least they've realized it. Like, from me as a reader, I just want to say, like, at least they've realized that maybe they were the issue, or they realized that they have things that they need to work on. Because a lot of times, people don't realize, especially people that do have an ego, they just go through life la-di-da, like they don't acknowledge anything. They don't come to these realizations because their ego stands in the way. But I think this person is mature enough now in the current energy to realize that something does have to change within themselves if they ever want to have a relationship, like a genuine relationship in the future. Like something has to change within themselves. And I think for the time being, they're just taking a step back from dating. I think they're taking a step back from a lot of things, especially like temporary satisfactions. It's like they're taking a step back from temporary satisfactions to really figure out what they want in life, or what they want out of a relationship. And I think maybe they have been assertive with you as well, because maybe, again, with that on again, off again, maybe it's like they're really trying to get you to understand this time that this is not working out. And maybe they had to like put their foot down, so maybe they were the one to walk away. And Spirit is saying they did the right thing, because Spirit is saying, like, deep down, I think even the person watching this, like even you knew that this was probably not something that would have happened, like that would have stayed long term, or something that would have worked out in the long term. And I don't think there's anything wrong with either of you. I just think there's a compatibility issue. Like, I truly don't think that there's anything wrong with either of you. I mean, we're all human and everyone has things that they have to work on, but I think it was just comes down to you're not that compatible. Especially if you've tried more than once to make this connection work, I think your person is saying, like, okay, like we cannot keep doing this again, because it just keeps hurting us in the long term. We talked about Scorpio energy, but we also have Pisces here. And even this is making me think of the Six of Cups, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I also feel like they want to say, or what they're currently going through, is that life is not a marathon the way this card is. It's like they're not in a rush. And I think maybe they've come to realize that now. I just saw 1111. Like they've come to realize now, like they're not in a rush. Maybe for some of you, you're really young. You know, like why are you in a rush for a long-term relationship when you're only like a teenager or like early 20s? It's like, why are you in a rush? And I think they've realized that maybe they rushed into this connection with you. Maybe you both rushed into it with each other. Or it's like they realize like there's just more to life out there, and they're trying not to rush into situations anymore, especially if they have been, or they have had, you know, the tendency to just rush into something. I feel like they are working on their mental health. They do want to tell you that like this is tough on them. They don't want you to think that it's been super easy. Like they don't want you to think that maybe if they do have an ego, then maybe like in the real world and on social media, they do like act like they're completely okay. But I would say their higher self wants you to know that they do reminisce about the situation, and they do dwell on it, and they are working through the separation. But they want you to know that it's like a good feeling though, because they know, like your higher selves know that this was not meant to work out. So even though they're dwelling on it, it's almost like they're like, it's like a breath of fresh air. Like, okay, like I can finally breathe again because I know this was not meant for me. So that's the current mindset that they're in. And maybe you also feel this way. But Spirit is saying the sooner you realize that, the better as well. That there is something better for you, and there is somebody out there that is your perfect match, that is your soulmate, or whatever title you want to give to your person that's out there for you. But Spirit is saying the sooner you realize that and accept it, so you're not resisting the change, Spirit is saying the better off you're going to be. The more better off you're going to be, however that is. That's saying. They want you to take care of yourself too, especially with the nurture. It's making me feel like they're like finally taking care of themselves in mind, body, and spirit, and they want you to do the same. But I do think that Spirit wants you to like leave the situation alone for the time being. Let them figure it out themselves. Maybe they're coming to a slow realization, but it's like, let them figure it out themselves. And Spirit is saying like, you don't need to be there to fix them. You don't need to be there to help them. They're their own person. And as they grow, they will learn to they will learn to be there for themselves. And Spirit is saying, just like how you want to nurture them, you should nurture yourself. You should take care of yourself, because nobody needs you the way you need yourself. So I think one advice I can give you right now is like, it's best to just don't try to force anything to happen in this connection. And if you guys are in no contact, then to continue to stay in no contact for a while. Because they just really don't want you to, like, it's not that you would ruin anything, but they don't want you to get in the way of somebody else's growth, and they also don't want you to get in the way of your own growth. Why can't I talk for this group? They don't want you to get in the way of your own spiritual healing. I'm just gonna drink some water. But this take a break, I feel like that's for you as well, whoever's watching this. Okay, now let's go in with the tarot deck to get more specific messages from this person to you. So for group number 2, what does this person specifically want to tell them? They do want to say thank you. Like, in a way, they want to say thank you because they're like, the experiences that I had with you were really, really, whether they were good or bad, it was like it really made them who they are. It's brought them into like the specific mindset that they have. It's helped them grow as a person. And I'm hearing like the experiences that they had with you really shaped them who they are today. And they would hope that it also did the same thing for you. And it's like, I'm very happy to have this connection with you. And the things that we learned together, the experiences that we had, it's like we are going to take that from here and we're going to grow on that as people. So they're saying they're very happy to have had whatever it is that you guys had. So they don't want you to think that like they don't care, and they don't want you to think that it meant nothing to them, because it did. And actually means a lot more to them than you think it does. And I do think from time to time they do reminisce and think about you for sure. Okay. It was just, yeah. Okay, sorry. Let's keep going. Okay, so messages from this person to group number 2. What does this person want to say to group number 2? What does this person want to say to group number 2? Seven of Pentacles. What does this person want to say to group number 2, Spirit? I wonder if that's meant to be in the reverse. We'll see. What does this person want to say to group number 2? Interesting. I'm going to keep that on the side. We got 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, 6 of Wands. Okay, sorry. Anything else this person wants to say? Yeah, this is like the same card as that. And 5, 5, 55, 555 could be significant. Can we clarify the 6 of Wands, please? Can we clarify the 6 of Wands, Spirit? Can we clarify the 6 of Wands? The Empress. Ooh, okay, okay. And bottom of the deck, we have the Sun. Just gonna set that over here. Let's go over signs really quick. We have Leo. I'm really bad with these specific ones, but this is Earth, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This is Aries. This is Leo again. This is Venus, and that rules Taurus and Libra. Hierophant is Taurus, so we have double Taurus. And then this is Scorpio. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And the 4 of Wands is specifically Leo again. Wow, we have 3 Leos. Okay, first of all, I want to start off with this. It's a very specific message that I got with this, and they want to tell you that you need to be more assertive and you need to be more selective with who you let into your life romantically. Now, that's a very straightforward message, but that's what I heard and that's what I see. They're saying that maybe you could be slightly codependent, or it's just like they're saying that you need to stop letting people in that don't deserve you, and maybe you're somebody that just like needs other people to feel validated, or it's like you need a relationship to feel loved or to be loved. And they're saying that maybe you jump into things too quickly because you feel like that's what's going to fill your cup, that's what's going to make you happy in the long run. But they're saying that you need to be a bit more assertive with who you let into your life and who you let see you in this way. Now, that's a very straightforward message, and I'm being completely honest. Again, I'm not the type of reader to BS anything. I'm a very honest reader because I love you and I want to be honest with you. But if you want somebody that's not honest, then I'm sorry, my readings are not for you. But I do think there's a very strong message here of that you need to be more assertive. And this is coming from them. Like, they're saying you need to be more assertive with who you let into your life romantically. Even like sexually as well. I'm hearing for some of you, you need to be more selective with who you like hook up with as well, because they're saying that that could hurt you in the long run, and maybe it already has, you know. But yes, there's a very strong message of you need to set better boundaries in your relationships. For some of you, it could even be friendships, but I'm getting heavy setting. You need to set better boundaries in relationships. That's one thing they want to tell you. Now, they also want to tell you that they're currently working on themselves. They're currently working on their career. They're working on their own stability. I feel like they're not really in the right place to be in a relationship right now with anybody else. So they're telling you like, hey, like, I'm not trying to be in a relationship with anyone right now. I'm truly just focusing on myself, my stability, my financial freedom, financial independence. I feel like that's the main thing that's on their mind, and that's what they want to tell you. But they do, like, again, the sense of dwelling over this breakup or separation, it's not like the end of the world for them, because again, they know that like you guys were not as compatible. So it's like, yeah, they're upset, but they want you to know that they are optimistic for their future, and they want you to be optimistic about your future as well. So yeah, they do think about you, they do reminisce, but it's not the end of the world for them. They see you as the Empress, and again, with the message here of you have to set better boundaries with who you let into your relationships, there's another message here that they want to share with you with the Empress, is that they are saying that you don't realize your worth, and you don't realize how good you are. You don't realize how amazing you are, and maybe, you know, that's why they're saying you have to set better boundaries, because the people that you end up settling for or letting in are not the people that you deserve. And they're saying that you are literally so amazing. You're coming through as an Empress. You're loving, you're nurturing, you're kind, you're caring. You put everyone else ahead of you. But they're saying that you need to realize your self-worth. You need to realize who you are, and that you are so above all of these people. You're above these relationships that you entertain. And they're saying that you're put on a pedestal by people, but it's like you don't realize it yourself. And they don't want people to take advantage of you, and they don't want people to walk over you. They also know that you're very, very intelligent, you're very beautiful, you're very goal-oriented, and they're saying that no matter what you do in your life, you're going to be really successful. And that's why they're not like that worried about you, because they know that you're going to achieve greatness as long as you believe in yourself and you pursue your dreams. For some of you, you could actually have like big dreams, big goals in life, huge aspirations, and they're saying that you'll be very successful with the Six of Wands energy here, as long as you believe in yourself and you try and you put yourself out there and you follow your dreams. They're saying for some of you, if you've been wanting to like something to where you would have a status, so whether it's like modeling and you're posting pictures of yourself, or TikToks, or something where it's like your image could truly bring you a lot of success. And then it's like your image, but also the hard work you put into it. And again, there's a message that they want you to be confident. And I think this is also spirit intervening a little bit, saying that group 2, like whoever is watching this, like you just need to understand your self-worth a little bit better, and you need to become more confident, because you are that bitch. You are this baddie, but it's like you don't realize it. And their higher self and spirit over here wants you to realize that everyone views you this way except yourself. So there's, and I'm almost hearing like even they're saying that they don't deserve you. Like this person, even they're saying like you are too good to me, you're too good for me. I'm and they're also saying like they're just not capable of giving you what you deserve. And again, and this is me as a reader talking now. So it's like that's not their problem and that's not your problem. Just because they can't give you what you deserve, that doesn't mean they're a bad person. If somebody is giving you a 10 out of 10, so to them, they're giving you 10 out of 10. They're giving you everything they can possibly give you. But to you, you might have different standards. And for you, they're giving you 10 out of 10, but to you, it's only a 5 out of 10. But they're giving you as much as they can give you. They don't have anything else because they've hit maximum capacity of what they could give you. Whether that's love, emotions, whatever it is, it's like they've hit maximum capacity, but to you, that's only a 5 out of 10. So that doesn't mean that you're in the wrong or they're in the wrong. It just means that you have higher standards. It just means that you are seeking that 10 out of 10 that you want from the wrong person. Because this person's 10 out of 10 is only a 5 out of 10 in your books. But Spirit is saying that like you could be doing that often. So they're saying that there's nothing wrong with this person and there's nothing wrong with you. It's just that you're barking up the wrong tree. And maybe you do that often. You're going after the wrong people and maybe you do that often. Because the moment you find somebody that can give you a 10 out of 10, that's also your 10 out of 10, now that's amazing. And Spirit is saying that's out there. That's out there for you to find it, but only if you understand your self-worth and you stop settling for for people that can't give you what you want. But okay, so back to this. They're saying that you're very capable of accomplishing your dreams and your goals, and it's almost like they have nothing bad to say about you, and they just wish you the best because they know what you're capable of. Also, my stomach is rumbling. I apologize if you hear that. Okay. I'm about to grab lunch right after this, so that is why. And I think they want you to keep, it's almost like they're like your biggest fan and you don't even realize it. Or it's like they want you to succeed so much and like you don't realize it. There's another message of them saying that they want you to really put yourself out there. And they're saying that like there's a huge world out there, but you're like belittling yourself. You're putting yourself in a box. And they're saying that if you were to travel, venture out of your hometown, go to college somewhere else, study abroad, travels to a foreign land, meet foreign people, have all these new experiences. They're like, there's so much this world is so big. There's so much out there for you, but you are keeping yourself in a box. But they are like, dude, like you are capable of so much. And they're even saying for some of you, you would even be happier living in a different city. You would be happier living in a different state, different country, because it's like, it's who you are. It's that Sagittarius energy. It's that Jupiter energy. It's like you want expansion in your life, but you're not going to get that in where you currently are. Whether that's physical location or whether that's the people you're settling for. It's like you want something that's this big, but it's like the things that you're surrounding yourself with is like this. And you're trapping yourself essentially. But they are like straight up rooting for you. Like most of these messages are literally everything is about how good you are. And how amazing you are and how beautiful you are and how you are capable of accomplishing so much as long as you put in the efforts and you realize your worth. And it's like they wish you nothing but all the happiness in the world. And I think that's why they're so content with this ending, because they just know that you will find the right person, and they are just mature enough to know that it's not them. And they like literally wish you the world. They wish you all the happiness in the world. And they just want to see you succeed, and they just want to see you get what you deserve. Wow. I'm like getting kind of emotional. Okay, let's move on. So I think that's everything I see for the cards. So now let's go in with this deck. I kind of had a hard time shuffling because it's literally like flashcards, note cards. I had a hard time pulling cards from this, but let's see. Is there anything else, Spirit, that this person wants to say to group 2? Is there anything else this person would want to say to group 2? Okay, this says, I want to be dominant with you. So it's very possible you guys had like a sexual relationship. And if so, they're just saying that like they enjoyed being physical with you. But again, you know, that's not all what a relationship is. But they just, I don't know why that was highlighted. So they just want to know that they had a good physical relationship with you. Okay, it's just hard to shuffle these because they all just like stick together and fall out in clumps. I think I need to get like better card stock. Okay, this one fell out. It says, I know I should have treated you better. Oh my God, this is so random, but it says happy birthday. So for some of you, maybe it was recently your birthday. They want to tell you happy birthday. That is way too many cards. Okay, this says, I let my ego get in the way. I've always had feelings for you. And then this was just at the bottom. It says, your energy is like a beautiful rainbow, out of reach, meaning it's far away, but it's always nice to see you. Or like see signs of you. Interesting. So, okay. Group number 2, I think that's everything I see for you guys. That was a very honest and straightforward message. I really hope I didn't hurt anyone's feelings or anything like that, but keep in mind, this is a general reading, so if you're interested in a private session, I do offer those. The link to my Etsy is in the description below, so, you know, I could give you a more personal and specific reading for your specific relationship and your specific person. And then I could also give you advice on how to navigate your relationship, or just anything that you want to know that's more specific to you and a one-on-one reading. Go ahead and check out the link to my Etsy and book a reading with me. I would love to do that with you. So yeah, have a great rest of your day or night. Please like, comment, or subscribe, I should say. And let me know if this reading was helpful to you in any way. But yeah, please take good care of yourself. Have a great rest of your day or night wherever you are, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey guys, if you chose this Chinese jade stone, then this is your reading. Hello, group number 3. I'm just going to set your crystal right there for now. So basically, these are going to be channeled messages from your specific person, whoever that person is, whether you're in contact with them or you're not in contact with them. We are going to be channeling their highest self, see what's going on and what do they want to tell you. So with these cards up here, we're going to do a energy check for this person and what is currently going on in this person's life. If this energy check really doesn't sound like your person, then maybe go ahead and check out a different group. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and see how this person views this connection with these cards over here. And then we are going to go in with the tarot for more specific messages from your person And then I made this little random homemade deck recently, so we will try to get some messages from your person on this. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get started for group number 3. What is the current energy of their person? Ooh, we have the I already can't talk. We have the chipmunk and Laurel with success and the number 567. Their birthday could be in July. Someone's birthday could be in July. The chipmunk and Laurel with success. We have Snake with Kundalini rising. Channel your creative passion and sensuality. Welcome the transformation. Wow, so this person's definitely going through some kind of a transformation right now. Oh my God. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. Shift your perception. Remove the judgment glasses. Shift your perception. Remove the judgment glasses. Interesting. It almost looks like two people that are longing for each other on like a spiritual level. It's like your souls are longing for each other in a way. The way it's like these people are looking at each other, but they're in like two different realms, two different auras. 222 on the time. 33 on my digital clock. Could be significant. Wow, so they are 100% going through some kind of a transformation, whether that's in their personal life, in their mental stability, or in their spiritual journey. They're going through some kind of oh my God, they're going through some kind of a transformation. S could be significant. We have success and Snake. I do want to say with the success, it's making me think of more material success. It's making me think of somebody that is working really hard on their career, on their finances, their own stability. But it's definitely giving somebody that's working on success for themselves. So I don't know if they're very relationship oriented right now, whether you know this person. If you're in a relationship with this person, then I do think that, you know, they're just really focusing on their own stability for now. It died, but yes, so what I was saying basically is I think they're very career oriented right now. Maybe that's just how they've always been, but they're very career oriented, and they really care about their stability. And it's almost like they would want to take care of you. Like they're giving energy of somebody that wants to take care of their partner or take care of their family. It's kind of giving like traditional masculine energy. So I feel like they're very devoted to their success right now and their material success. For some of you, I also feel like it's possible you don't know this person, or you haven't met them yet, or it's like you're in a separation and maybe you're longing for each other, because the image on this card just really makes me feel like this person is longing for you. This person is longing for their soulmate, which is you. You're also possibly longing for them as well. A cat could be significant just because there's like a little Egyptian cat on this card. But I think this person is going through a huge transformation, whether you realize it or you don't. They could also be the type of person that doesn't want to show that they're going through changes, or maybe like they keep their image a certain way with their friends, family. I'm not saying this person is egotistical in any way, but I think that maybe they just they have a certain image that they show the world. So this transformation could definitely be something that's very deep to them. Like a lot of people might not even know they're going through these changes. A third eye could be significant. Your third eye, a symbol of an eye, could be significant for somebody. Yeah, even the channel your creative passion. they could be somebody that does like freelance work, or maybe they have multiple little side jobs, multiple little hustles that they do, because it's just giving somebody that's really work oriented, but it's almost like they keep themselves busy. They just have a lot of different passions, a lot of different things that they pursue. And I feel like it could take up a lot of their time. They're also giving like somebody with a lot of friends too, or just a very sociable person, very extroverted, outgoing person, a people's person in a way. Okay, so now let's see, how do they view this connection with you? We have the number 6 with material and spiritual prosperity. Yeah, wasn't I just saying they take their career and their financial stability and financial freedom very seriously? So even this, like the way this person is like standing on their porch looking out, it looks like they're looking out into their front yard or their backyard or something, and it's just making me think of like that traditional masculine energy that's like work oriented. They want to be the sole provider, they want to take care of you, take care of their spouse, their family. Material and spiritual prosperity. Wow. But I think they have a level of understanding of spirituality, and I think that they understand that this connection definitely has something going on. Like there's something more going on the soul level, and I think they realize that. They could also feel like they could grow with you, or they can grow in this connection. You both could have like a family business or something, or work together on something, or build something together. But I think this person is definitely somebody that wants to be successful in their life. It's a really nice energy because I'm not getting a toxic energy from it. Ooh, we have romance. This is the first time this card came out. And even the image, it's like two people that are mirroring each other. It looks like they're longing for each other. It's like kind of very similar to this. Take action. Ooh, okay. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Wow. 444 on the time. I definitely think that this person is going through some changes. And for some of you, maybe this person was somebody that like turned you down. Maybe at the time being, like they didn't want a relationship. Maybe they're afraid of commitment, or maybe they're afraid to be emotional with somebody. But this take action and work through your fears, it's really making me think that like they know and they can acknowledge that there is some kind of a romantic connection here. They can acknowledge that there is something deeper here with you. And it's like, maybe it's like them coming forward and admitting that, or them coming forward to wanting something more with you, wanting, you know, like an actual committed relationship with you. It's like, maybe that's something they're afraid of. Maybe they're just afraid to be vulnerable. Maybe, and again, we were even talking about this person has like an image, and it's like they do things according to their image, and maybe they're all like cool guy that doesn't, or cool girl that doesn't need anybody, or it's like they're not the type to settle down, they're not the type to be in a relationship because they're so like on the hustle. But there's something about it where I think coming towards you and taking that first step towards you would mean that they would have to work through some deeper fear, and maybe you even sparked that in them. Like maybe you even activated this transformation, because it's giving like, hypothetically, say you meet somebody and you guys have had like an amazing connection and things were going really, really well, and then they were suddenly like, wait a second, why do I like this person so much? Why are we so compatible? I didn't think love exists. I didn't think I would find somebody so compatible. Like, it's like they weren't looking to find you or like this soulmate connection, but then they did, and it sparked a deeper transformation within them. Maybe for some of you, they're even keeping busy because, I mean, yeah, they want to be the sole provider, we already got that, but maybe they're even like trying to like not think about you, or tell themselves that like this is just a phase, like I'll move on, let's just keep busy, let's just focus on the end goal. and let's just forget about this. But I do think something about this romantic connection sparked something in them to now where they're like, oh shoot, like there's more that I need to work on as a person. There's more that I need to understand on why did I react like that, or why have I been this way for so long. And I think if anything, they will take action towards you. So I think Spirit is saying, like, you person watching this, like, don't reach out to this person, let them come to you. And say if this is somebody you don't know, or like you're just like, you feel them energetically or whatever it is, I think in any scenario, it is this person that is going to come towards you. Wow. Scorpio could be significant. Scorpio season could be significant. Even more S. Even with a spiritual here, there's more S. 6, 7, there could be like a 1-year age gap, or like June, July could be significant. Yeah, I think it's very mutual here. You know, depending on any, like, it doesn't matter what your status is with this person, doesn't matter if you've talked to them recently or you haven't. I think there's a mutual energy. And part of me is feeling like you guys didn't have a lot. Like maybe things ended before it got anywhere. Maybe they pulled their energy back when they were starting to realize that they might have feelings or something like that. But it's definitely giving like you guys, there's a lot more potential for this, and you didn't like, okay, I don't like that glare. It's just giving like there's a lot more potential than what has been uncovered. And I think you guys have a long way to go. I don't think it's ended. I don't think it's over. I think that the short meeting that you had with this person was meant to happen the way it did. Oh my God. Was meant to happen the way it did. And I think that it was meant to awaken something in this person. Okay, I don't even know how to make all of this fit. There we go. Yes, I do think it was meant to spark something in them. So if you feel like, oh my gosh, like we had a connection, but things ended before it got anywhere, I think that was the point. I think that was all due to divine timing. So now let's go ahead and see, what does this person want to specifically say to group 3? What does this person specifically want to say? 3, 4, 5 on the time. What does this person specifically want to say? Okay. For group number 3, what does this person want to say to them? For group number 3, what does this person want to say to them? They do have feelings for you. Let me tell you that. They do have genuine feelings for you, and I think it even scared them a little bit. What do they want to say to group number 3? What does this person want to say to group number 3? Aw, 6 of Cups. They're, okay, cute. Wow, you got another 6. And then, where was the other 6? This was number 6 as well. 6 of Pentacles, okay. Aw. Okay, what else? What does this person want to say to group 3, Spirit? What does this person want to say to group number 3? 7 of Cups. I think that's too many. What does this person want to say to group number 3? 3 of Swords. The Chariot. That's this take action card. All right, anything else this person wants to say to group number 3? The Lovers! I knew it. I knew it. Ever since I saw this romance card, I knew this card was going to come out. I freaking love that. I'm so excited. This is a great energy. It's giving new. It's giving new. It's giving something that you haven't. It doesn't give me energy of somebody that, like, a lot hasn't happened in this connection. It's giving very new, or like you had briefly had some kind of encounter with them. All right, anything else this person wants to say to group 3? We get the Tower and then Ace of Pentacles, bottom of the deck. Okay. Okay, so this is what they want to tell you. They want to tell you that whenever this connection happened, like we kind of already talked about, they want to let you know that it did they kind of went through like an ego death, or it made them realize something more about themselves that they were hiding with this Tower. It's almost like you were there to offer them a real relationship. You were there to offer them something tangible, something they could rely on, something more than the surface level, and you were there to give them that. And because you were there for that, and the way they felt about you, like that instant connection with you, it caused them to have some kind of an epiphany, some kind of a Tower moment, ego death, the start of this transformation, because it made them realize a lot of things about themselves, you know, a lot of things that they have to work through as a person. So they want you to know that you did awaken something in them. They also want you to know with the Six of Cups here that they really do think about you. They reminisce about you. Oh, let's go over signs really quick. We have Scorpio up here. So this is also Scorpio. Technically, this is Mars energy, so Scorpio and Aries. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Same earth signs here. Water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio with these. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is Cancer with the Chariot. And then you have 6 and 7 again. You have 6, 6, 6, 7. 16. And then you have 7 and 6. Those numbers could definitely be significant. Maybe it's possible you guys will have communication over like the summertime with like June, July. I don't know. That's a lot of those numbers going on. Okay, so those are the signs. So yes, they want you to know that they do think about you. They reminisce about you. They do care about you. And they want you to know that anything that they had expressed to you in the past, everything was genuine. Everything was real. Everything, especially like the connection that you two had whenever you had it, or if it's still going on, it's like it's very real for them, and they just want you to know that they were not lying about anything. But they do miss you. So for those of you that are not in communication, I do think this person thinks about you often. And it's almost like they think about giving their cup of love to you. They want to give you something more. And with the Six of Pentacles, it's the energy of they want to take care of you. Again, it's like it's this energy of somebody that really just like wants to provide for you, protect you, nurture you, be there to give you more. I'm just hearing somebody saying like, you don't have to worry about anything. Like, I want to be there to provide for you. It's giving very traditional masculine in a relationship energy. And I also think that they are working a lot in their career right now. And that's another thing they would want you to know. They're trying to find a balance in themselves. Oh, I feel like they want to spoil you. This person is saying like, oh, I think about like wanting to spoil you. I think about taking you out, spending money on you, showering you with things. But I think they're confused. And I think they it's like they want you to know that they are going through some kind of a transformation, but they're still kind of confused on what to do. Because I think, for one, they're saying they don't want to make the wrong move, but they're also saying that they're kind of like letting their emotions get in the way. Or maybe there could be other people influencing this decision. Maybe they have a lot of options as well, and they're trying to like figure out what is the right option for them. Again, we were saying this we were saying this person could be like a people's person. So it's making me think of somebody that has options. They have options of people that would want to be with them. But I do think that anytime they go out or they're on a date or whatever it is, I do think that they think about you specifically. And it's almost like they have all these options, but there's one option, which is you, that is, they're always drawn back to you. They're always drawn back to your energy. There's something about you that's very different. I also feel like if they're out in a crowd, they look for you, or if they're out on dates, sometimes they could even sit there and like dream about being on a date with you instead, or like spending that time and that money or whatever on you instead of somebody else. But it's just like they just have these options and they're trying to figure out what they want to do. And I feel like they are hurting with this Three of Swords. It's like, especially if you are in a no contact or if you guys did go your separate ways, it's like they're letting you know that it did hurt them. But I think these illusions, these, like we were talking about these as options, but this could also be illusions of their fears. And remember, we were even saying like this person could have a fear of commitment, they could have a fear of being vulnerable. So it's almost like this is the right option. But it's like all of these are just illusions, or like something their ego is telling them. Their ego is making them act a certain way, but it's like their heart and their emotions are always drawn back to this one cup, which is you. And I think that they're attempting to work through it, and they're attempting to like dissect their life in a way. But I do feel like the separation did cause them hurt. It caused them some kind of a heartbreak, whether it was a little heartbreak, whether it was something massive. It's like they did feel pain, and maybe they still do. And I think that's another thing they want you to know with this. It's like they want you to know they still care about you, they still think about you, and maybe this heartbreak is still present in their life. And maybe that's where it goes back to this message where it's like, when I'm with other people, I think of you. And so maybe it brings this up even more, because now they're like, dang, like I really do miss this person. I really had something with this person. Maybe for the longest time they were trying to hide that they're hurting. I also feel the need to say that for some of you, if you feel like you don't know this person, or maybe this is somebody that you're like energetically picking up on and you're not in, like you don't know who they are in the real world, there's a message of like, this person is really longing for you. They're longing for that emotional connection with somebody. And I think they are like longing for their soulmate, and that's why you energetically pick up on them. And I think whatever they're currently going through, it's like they keep hitting dead ends, or like the current, and this could even be if you know this person, but it's like they want you to know that whether you know them or you don't, I think whatever they're going through, there could be heartbreak because of you and the separation, but there could also be heartbreak because they keep hitting dead ends. Like, for example, let's say there's somebody that's like seeking temporary satisfactions and they're not truly wanting anything emotional, but at the end of the day, they're left brokenhearted because they do want something more. It's kind of like that. So whether you know them or you don't, for some of you, I do feel like you might not know this person, or you might not have met them, but you energetically pick up on that soulmate energy. So anyway, yeah, so they're entertaining the wrong things, and I feel like essentially it constantly brings them back to you and your energy and the person that they're longing for. So it constantly reminds them of this heartbreak. But with this Chariot and then the freaking Lovers, the Chariot is like the same card as the take action. I do think they want you to know that they're coming. They're coming towards you. They want to communicate with you. And I think they know the ball is in their court, or like the ball is in their court for some reason. So they are like, I'm going to come to you. they're saying, you don't gotta do nothing. I don't know why I said it like that. It's like, they're like, girl, you just gotta sit still, whether you're a girl or a guy or whoever you identify as. It's like they're saying it in a way of like, I'm gonna come to you. Like, I don't want you to move a pretty little finger. I want to take care of you. I don't want you to do anything. Like, I want to come to you. 222 on the time. So that's this Chariot energy. So I definitely think that they are going to come towards you. And then with the Lovers, yeah, there's a spiritual connection here. Especially if you guys had something and fell apart, it could, again, we were saying like it was meant to happen that way because of divine timing. So even with the spiritual connection here with the Lovers, it's making me think of like, if you knew them, it happened for a reason the way it did. But if you don't know them, but you energetically pick up on them, it's for a reason. It's because you both are really longing for each other. And it's like everything is divinely planned and it'll happen in divine timing when you guys are meant to come back together or come into each other's lives. But they do view you as soulmate energy, and they pick up on your energy as soulmate energy. And if the first time around, if you were the one to offer them something tangible, I think this time around, whenever they do come back, because I do think this person will come back into your life. Either they're going to come into your life or they're coming back into your life. I just saw 333. But I think this time around, they would offer you something tangible. And I think they wouldn't mess it up this time because they know what it's like to lose you, or they know what it's like to not have you. So now they wouldn't mess it up. And that's why Spirit is saying you got to let them come to you. Because if you are going to be so available, then they're not going to realize that they lost you. If you're going to be so open or constantly trying to reach out to them or talk to them or make yourself so available, it's like they're not going to realize what they have lost. There's this quote that I really like that says, you can't miss something you still have. You can't miss something you haven't lost yet. So Spirit in a way is saying like the ball is in their court, essentially, like they have to come to you. And that's the only way they will realize what they have lost, is when you are out of their life completely. And that's the only way they're going to realize that they want to put the effort into making this connection work, is once they realize that they lost you. Wow. Well, I think that's everything I see, and that's freaking awesome. So now I'm going to go in with the little homemade thing that I made, and let's see, for group number 3, what are some messages from their person? It's kind of hard to shuffle this. This is also the first time I've ever even using this, so I might have to make a new one. Aw, it says I miss our time together. What does... Yeah, there's heavy reminiscing in this energy. I will say this person is missing you. It says, I let my ego get in the way. I've always had feelings for you. What does this person want to say to group number 3? It's hard to shuffle them because they all stick together. This says, I want you. Oh, it says, I can't stop thinking about you. Whoop. And this one says, I miss us. I think that's everything. Is anything else? Does anything else want to come out? Whoa, okay. And this one says, I'm going to reach out to you soon. So I think that's also energy of something that we saw here today. So, okay, group number 3, I think that's everything I see for you. Keep in mind, this is a general reading for the general audience, so it might not be extremely accurate for your situation. But if you want a private reading, I do offer private one-on-one sessions where we can talk about your specific person and the advice that spirit wants you to do in your specific relationship, and I can give you some direct advice with what's going on in your current energy. So I always advise people get private readings because I think it's a bit more helpful. But yeah, if you want it, it is available for you. The link to my Etsy is in the description below. Please take good care of yourself, like, comment, and subscribe. And if I was able to help you in any way with this reading, please let me know in the comments. Please take good care of yourselves. And yes, I'll talk to you next time. Bye. Hey guys, if you chose this Opalite crystal, then this is your reading. Hello group 4. Yeah, okay. I was about to say something about how this crystal is like this. It's like a pearly white color, and I was going for a theme of like cream and like white kinda in the reading today. So that's interesting that that was like the only crystal that I felt called to for that was similar to like the aesthetic of the reading today. For some reason it makes me think of something long term. I don't know, the white and the cream and the beige is making me think of like weddings. Maybe you met this person at a wedding, or maybe there could be a wedding in the far future. I don't know. Something about it just feels very homey and nice. I like it. So first we're gonna go ahead and see the person, your person, the person on your mind, whether you're in communication or not with this person. We are gonna go ahead and see what is currently going on in their life. And then after that, we are going to go in to see how they view this connection with you and how they view the relationship. And then we are going to see what they specifically want to tell you with the tarot deck. And then yeah, at the very end, I have this random little homemade deck that I made like a month ago. We'll try to get some messages from that as well. So let's go ahead and get started for group number 4's person's current energy. Ooh, we have the bobcat and blackthorn with patience. These also look like blueberries to me, but patience. We have field mouse with success. Believe in yourself and dare to dream big. Oh, nice. This instantly is making me think of somebody that is, first of all, I feel like they're very mature. It's a very mature energy, somebody that is evolving or has evolved or is I mean, we're all evolving. So I think they're somewhere on the scale of evolving. They're very mature. I think this person could have a very beautiful face and very beautiful eyes. But it's almost like they're dreaming big. They're working very hard. They're putting a lot of work into the things around them, into their life, and they're staying patient to see the results. Share your voice. Come out of the cave, persecution, expression. Interesting. And then we have turn frustration to success. We have success on here twice. Heroes are conquerors of pain. For one, I think this person has big goals. Oh my God, I hope I didn't light my card on fire. This person has big goals, big dreams, big aspirations in life. And I think they're very goal-oriented, they're career-oriented, they're very mature, they're wise. Especially if they're young, people could be like, how are you so wise? But you know, they're just they're an old soul. I think they want a lot. Maybe this is somebody that didn't have a lot, or maybe they came from like, you know, a family that didn't really have a lot. Maybe a lot was not given to this person. So they've always had the mindset of, I have to go accomplish whatever it is. Like whatever I want, I have to go give it to myself. They could be going through a period of confusion currently where they don't really know where their life is taking them. Maybe they're like questioning their career path. They're questioning a lot of things in their life, which I think has more to do with this connection. It's like they're just questioning things about themselves, and I think they're going through a little bit of a rough path right now. But I think Spirit is asking them, and they're going through this little transformation where they are coming out and speaking up for what they want. They're expressing themselves, they're expressing their needs, whether that's in their everyday life, their career, this relationship. But I feel like maybe they are going through a little bit of a rough path. but it feels like they're very mature, and they it's almost like they already know that everything's fine. Like they already know that no matter how many obstacles they go through in life, they're going to come out stronger. They're going to come out with a better understanding of what's going on. Let's keep going. Oh, and this pile is how they view this connection. So we have partnerships and alliances with the number 3. So some of you could actually be working together. You could be business partners. If you are in a romantic relationship, then maybe you could start a business together, but also partnerships and alliances. It makes me feel like this person, they can really depend on you, and they genuinely feel like you got their back. They genuinely feel like they can depend on you, that you are a true friend to them, a true partner to them. And it's almost like no matter what happens, we got each other's back. It's a very nice energy. And yeah, for some of you, this could have been a long-term relationship or somebody you've just known for a long time, which is maybe what I was picking up earlier. We have trust. We have forgiveness. And we have a time for healing. Interesting. Maybe something happened in this connection to where it's possible something happened in this connection to where you guys are maybe in a separation or maybe not where you used to be, especially if this is a long-term thing. A time for healing. It could either be that this person is healing from something in their own life that is apart from this relationship, or this relationship itself is healing. Maybe they're frustrated because something came to an end, or something in this relationship is not necessarily working out. But I feel like no matter what, they already know that it's going to work out. They already know you guys have a special connection with each other. And I feel like that's where the patience and the trust and even the forgiveness, it could be that they're forgiving themselves. It could be that they're forgiving you, forgiving the connection, forgiving something to be able to move on. But it's like, no matter what the energy is, to like, if it's a challenging energy, it's like they know that you guys might, like, it'll work out for the best. Like they kind of already know that you would end up back together, or it's like they trust that the relationship would heal itself. Whether you're in separation or if you're still together, it's like they have trust and they have hope that this will work out. And even a time for healing, maybe a little bit of a break from each other is needed in the time being. And maybe they're taking some time apart away for themselves. And Spirit is saying if that is going on, then that's okay. Like, don't be alarmed. Don't freak out about it. Just trust and just know that there's just some things that maybe both of you need to heal from. But I think your person is going through something on their own, which again, I might not have anything to do with the connection. It could, but maybe it's something else. And the Spirit is saying, and even your person is saying, like, give me the time to heal. Give me the time and space to heal. But they are already, I mean, they're pretty sure that you guys will work this out. Like, no matter what conflict or challenging energy you guys are going through, they're pretty content that it'll work out. For some of you, I feel like this person could have had needs in this connection that were not being fulfilled, especially with the share your voice. Like maybe there was bits of the connection where they felt like they were being belittled, or they were being taken advantage of. I mean, that sounds kind of harsh, but it's almost just like with the share your voice, it's making me feel like somebody is finally confident enough to speak up on how they feel and confident enough to change what needs to change in order for this relationship to work out. And maybe that's what this forgiveness is, like both of you forgiving each other for something that might have happened and being able to overcome that together. But I do get a sense of like your souls are best friends. I feel like your souls really care about each other. Your higher selves really care about each other. And it's like you want to put in the effort to make things work. And I think you both feel that way. they're very optimistic, and I will say that whether it's something going on in their own life or whether it's something going on in the relationship, they're very, very optimistic, and I feel like that's just the mindset that they have, and they just know that failure is not a choice. Like, they just know that things will work out because they're going to put effort into it, and they're going to turn everything into success. I do feel like this person could have gone through a lot in their life. Maybe they had a rough childhood. They could have some of their own traumas or deeper wounds that they're attempting to heal during this time as well. Or maybe something has come up for them recently that reminded them of something from their past and they're trying to work through it. But it's like, they don't take no for an answer, and they're mature enough to know that they need the time and space to heal, so they're giving themselves that. And they're giving this connection that as well. But they do think about you, and if you guys are still together, it's like, it's a very nice energy of two energies that really want this to work. Because I feel like both of you, even if there is a bit of a separation right now, I think both of you really want this connection to work. And sometimes time apart is like the best thing that's needed for two people to come back together even stronger. Interesting. Okay, so now let's keep going to the tarot and let's see what specific messages they have for you. It's like a bittersweet energy for sure, because I think that, like, deep down they know it's going to work out for the best. Deep down they know they have to heal, but they still really love you, they care about you, and they want the connection to work for sure. Okay, so yes, now let's go into the tarot deck. It's also possible that in their career or in their just like, their career, their passions, their hobbies, it's like they feel like this little itty bitty mouse in a big world or in a big city, and it's like they're trying to make a name for themselves, they're trying to put themselves out there. I really feel like this person could have started from nothing and had to build a foundation for themselves, and I think they're still continuing to build for themselves. I just feel like they're not really scared of anything. Like, they're not scared of any challenges or obstacles that could be thrown their way either. It's a very mature energy for sure. Okay, so for group number 4, what does their person want to say to group number 4? We have the Devil. What does their person want to say for group number 4? What is this person? I don't know if I would take all of that. Oh, bro, that is wild. Maybe I will take all of that. You get Page of Pentacles turning into the Knight of Pentacles, turning into the Six of Pentacles. Oh my god. Okay, what does this person want to say to group 4? Okay. Can we clarify this Devil? Can we clarify this Devil? Oh, shoot, it fell on the ground. Oh, interesting. Wow. They are very, like, career oriented. They're all about their stability. They're all about their financial stability. So maybe this person really, like, maybe they did like start from the bottom, or they had to give a lot to themselves, because part of this could even seem like a little, not toxic, but a little like unrealistic, having unrealistic expectations or goals, and it's kind of like taking the best, like, it's like, what is it, what am I trying to say? Okay, let's see, is there anything else this person wants to say? Can we clarify the Seven of Wands, please? Can we clarify the Seven of Wands? Five and Six of Cups. Interesting. Okay, so bottom of the deck we have the Eight of Wands. Okay. There's a lot going on. This person, for one, they want to tell you that they do genuinely care about you. They want to tell you that they miss you. They are dwelling over the situation, especially if there is some kind of a separation going on. They do miss you. They reminisce. They're thinking about you, and everything they felt towards you is genuine. And they really do love you. Like, deep down, this person does love you. Part of them is confused on like what to do and how to move forward from here. I also feel like part of them, with the Seven of Wands, it's making me feel like part of them is like, I don't know what the right word is. It's not like dismissing their emotions, but it's almost like they're fighting against their emotions, which is maybe what's going on in this healing stage that they're in. But it's like they're fighting against their emotions, or they don't want to acknowledge it to the fullest extent of what is going on. And I think they're telling you that they're working on it. They're like, I'm working on it. And it's like they're working on acknowledging their feelings. Because maybe this is me as like a reader talking, but maybe this is a type of person, especially with all this Pentacles and Earth sign going on, they're very logical, they're down to earth, they're very black and white. It's like they don't really leave a lot to their emotions, they don't leave a lot to the imagination. Like, they're very straightforward, they're straight by the book. So maybe this person has always had a hard time dealing with their emotions, but they're letting you know that they're working on it, and they want you to know that something about this connection did spark that in them. Like, something about this connection has made them realize that they do have to be emotionally vulnerable, and that they do have to work on their emotions. They want to tell you that they're really taking their career very, very seriously. So for some of you, if they like said anything about they need to focus on their career and that's why they can't be in the relationship or something like that, but I do see that is happening, especially going from the Page to the Knight. Like, that's a huge transition from like the younger energy to the Knight. And it's something that's happening slowly. So I would say that yes, they are putting a lot of time and effort into their stability, into their finances, to get to the position of authority that they want to be in. I also feel like they do want to take care of you, and part of this is, but it's almost like on themselves. Like, this person, it's like, yeah, they want to take care of the people around them, but it's almost like they're trying to prove something to themselves. They're trying to prove that they're worthy, or they're capable of taking care of a family or taking care of a partner, but it's going a little overboard, if I'm being honest. But like, they're definitely very career and finance oriented right now, which is why maybe they're taking a step back from the connection. I do think they're really working on healing as well. And they're working on their emotions. But yeah, there's a lot of healing going on right now. So if they're being distant, it's because they're really trying to figure out what's going on in their life. They want to say they do keep up on you, or keep up with you, and they do check up on you on social media and stuff like that. But I hear them saying, like, if I'm giving you little bits, like if I'm not like breadcrumbing you, but if they're giving you little bits of conversation, or if it's only like here and there, they pop in, they leave, you don't hear from them for a while, they're saying it's on purpose because they're trying to really focus on the bigger picture here, which is, for them, the bigger picture is their career and their finances. So they're saying, if you don't hear from me a lot, or if we just pop in and out, it's on purpose. But they do want you to know they think about you, they check up on you from time to time, and they hope that you're doing good. This person, it's like, yeah, especially with the Devil and the King of Pentacles, it's like it's giving slight toxicity when it comes to this foundation that they're trying to build. It's almost giving the vibes of somebody that's never satisfied with what they have, or they're constantly wanting more. So it's like something they're putting on themselves, they're doing it to themselves, they're constantly seeking for more. And again, maybe if they didn't have a lot growing up, maybe this is like their way of showing themselves that they made it, or that they're doing good in life. But again, that message of like, I'm trying to focus on bigger things. Like for them, I think the most important thing for them right now is their career. And I will 100% say it is, the career situation is definitely getting in the way of them, of something in the relationship. So maybe I think that's essentially what they're healing from and what they're working on. But like deep down, they just know that something about this connection is going to come back, or like you guys will make it work. Like deep down, they just know that something would work out between the two of you. But they want you to know that it would take a while. It's a pretty slow moving energy that I feel, so I don't think it would happen like overnight. I think it would happen, like them reaching the level of stability that they're seeking would take some time. It would definitely take some time. It's possible they could communicate with you, or you could run into them or something like that in the near future, or something is going to come in relatively quickly with this, with this Eight of Wands energy. But I do feel like this is the energy of somebody that's really trying to figure out who they are. And they put a lot of their identity on their stability, or like their status. Like they put like almost all of their identity of who they are as a person revolves around their stability, their status, their financial freedom. And I think that's what they're working on. That's what they need to slowly heal from, is to add a little bit of emotional vulnerability to that and realize that they're not just their status. But I do think deep down, it might take some time. And they're even saying that like, if you don't think you can like hang around, that's okay. Because for some reason, this thing that they're working on is really, really important to them. Let's see, is there anything else they want to say? Is there anything else they want to say to group number 4? Or maybe you guys are together, because again, that message of the separation is not for everybody. So, oh my God. Aw, the world. Like maybe you guys are together and you guys are growing together. And if you are together, then this person is truly, like if they are being distant or if they are super busy, I think they're being honest that it is something to do with career. For some of you, I do feel like this is somebody that you've been with for a while, or that you will be with this person for a while. So the separation message might not be for everybody. But I think as they heal, they're going to come into a new sense of who they are. They're going to come into a new them, a more emotional them, a more vulnerable side of them. We have Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius on the World card. And we have Aquarius with the star as well. Yeah, this person is like chasing something big, because the star is like your ultimate wish is coming true, wishing upon a star. But if we were to look at it in a more like literal sense, it could mean that like this person is chasing stardom. And even with the world, it always makes me think of like all eyes on them, the World Wide Web. Like, I really think this person has goals that are quite large. And I think they'll be successful, and I think your relationship will be successful as well. But I think Spirit wants to ask you, the person watching this, they want to ask you, like, if, like, how do I say this? Like, Spirit wants to ask you, and they want you to ask yourself if, like, are you being satisfied in this connection? Because clearly this person is very oriented in what they want to do, so they're going to keep doing it. Like, you can't really change their mind. But Spirit is asking you, like, are you satisfied? Are you fulfilled? Are you emotionally fulfilled? Are you mentally, physically, spiritually fulfilled in this connection with this person who is the way they are? And I think Spirit wants you to really ask yourself and try to figure out where you stand and make decisions for yourself depending on how you feel, because this is how they feel. You know what I mean? Interesting. Okay, now let's go in with the oracle. I mean, not oracle, oh my god. My personal deck that I have created a while ago. And this is the first time I'm using it, and it's kind of hard because the cards like get stuck together because it's just like paper. Let's see if we can get anything. This says, I can feel your energy. Yin yang. So they feel like you are their other half in a way. You get air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. For some of you, this could be a business partner. Or like, for some of you, this might not even be romantic, because there's something about this energy that's so work-oriented that it might not even be a romantic situation. It might, but it might not. Okay, anything else? Anything else for group number 4? Oh my god, this came up in another group too. Happy birthday. Maybe somebody wants to wish you a birthday. Happy birthday. Or this could also be somebody you're not in contact with, or the connection ended a while ago. I don't know. The energy for this group is all over the place, if I'm being honest, because it is a general reading. And then this says, I know I should have treated you better. So it is a general reading, keep that in mind, and that's why I don't know. Something about this energy is a little hard for me to read. But yeah, that's everything I see for you guys, group 4. Keep in mind, if you, this is a general reading. If you do want a private reading, I offer those. The link to my Etsy is in the description below. So if you have, a specific person on your mind that you want to get, actually get channeled messages from your person, we can definitely do that. We can also get advice and messages from Spirit on how to navigate your current relationship or your current situation that you're in. What is the best advice for you? Where you should go from here? And yeah, we can do all of that in the private session. So go ahead and book a reading with me. And yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to say. Have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you are. Take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.